Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rechahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And as always, we give peace and salutations unto the elect. And as you can see on the screen, all right, they are preparing to pass unrighteous decrees, all right, and they're going to come at people who believe in the scriptures, okay, in a quest to ultimately link the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to terrorism, as we've constantly told you. All right, now this is an article, all right, another episode of News and Prophecy, where we go into the things that are happening in the earth, linking them into what the scripture said would happen, okay? And this all gives glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, okay? Now, when you read Psalms, the 17th chapter, all right, there's a prayer, all right, to deliver us from the sword of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, which is sharpened, okay, and getting ready to make a serious move, okay? Going back to Cain, we already know that he tried to cut off the righteous, all right, with one sword. Okay, that spirit is now in Esau, Edom, who's pissed off about the blessing, all right, and he's using his pseudo-science and technology at this current moment, along with his medical field, to set up a pseudo-salvation on the left-hand side, all right. He's promoting immortality, he's promoting all sorts of things, all right, which are rebellion against the natural order, all right, rebellion against what's right, okay, and that science, all right, is getting ready to be implemented as the doctrine, as the religion of the earth, which is ultimately Satanism. All right, so ultimately what they're going to do is use propaganda, use their media, all right, set up false flag groups, okay, and operation, as I call it, okay, defame the witness, because there is a witness in testimony against this guy. All right, against these Edomites, against this world, all right, against this beast system, against all of these heathen, all right, that's going to lead to them, all right, being taken down. So this group, all right, the FBI says what? It's off of Yahoo News. The FBI says it infiltrated, okay, which a lot of Israelite groups are infiltrated. All right, but the beauty of it is that the elect can never be infiltrated. All right, and though you may have a particular agent amongst brethren who are sincere, okay, that won't work. All right, because their sincere message, okay, and what their true intent is can never be altered. And it says the FBI says it infiltrated a Militia style groups Bible study. See that? They're linking Militia, all right, which is basically a military, all right, meaning they're planning on taking up the sword, okay? Let's look up the word Militia. See if we can get some understanding on that. And these devils got a whole hell of a lot going on. They'll throw this at you, that at you, all right? And if you're not rooted, you're pretty much, you'll start to question your own damn self, all right? Militia, it says, noun, a military force that is raised from the civil population to supplement a regular army in an emergency, all right? So now they're linking this Militia group to the Bible believers, all right? Now, in ancient Rome, you had the Zealots, all right, which ultimately won a few skirmishes, but eventually were disbanded and destroyed. It says a military force that engages in rebel or terrorist activities in opposition to a regular army. All able-bodied civilian eligible by law for military service. So a soldier, all right? So the FBI says it infiltrated a Militia-style Groups Bible study after tracking a suspect in the Capitol riot. All right. Which we know that was all set up. Okay. Now, let's read the bullet points. It said the FBI says it infiltrated this group after tracking a suspect in the Capitol riot. All right. New court document says an undercover FBI agent befriended Phi Dong. All right. And it's going to be left field. It's going to be bizarre. It's going to be weird. But this is all to paint a narrative. All right, it's all witchcraft. That's why the scriptures tell you, devils, to stand now with your enchantments. These are all enchantments. Everything you see happening is an enchantment or to distract you from what they're really doing. Even this Bill Cosby fiasco, it's just an enchantment. Okay? It says Dong is accused of storming the Capitol. All right? A complaint describes his group's activities. All right. Now, we'll come back to this. This comes right after last week. All right. If you remember, there was a standoff between the police and these Moors. Okay. We'll get back to that other article. But let's play this.
According to their website, the rise of the Moors is based in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. They say their goal is informing all Moors of their political status here in the U.S. The group also believes that Moorish Americans are the, quote, aboriginal people of the land to which the sovereign power is vested.
Now, the Moors, all right, which go back to a character by the name of Noble Drew Ali, just to give you a little quick history, which he was an understudy at the time of Madame Blavatsky. All right, around that time, you can look her up. There's all sorts of wizardry and witchcraft and different philosophies. All right, that's why when you look at the Moors, they believe in the Bible, they believe in Islam, they believe in all sorts of metaphysical things. All right, they're all over the place. Noble Drew Ali went to Egypt to study all of that wizardry. And if you know anything about the relationship between Morocco and the United States, Morocco was the first country to acknowledge the 13 colonies, you know, as an actual state. That's why I believe, I forget the name of the president, he was given a Morocco flag. All right. Now, the president of Morocco ordered Drew Ali to come over to the Americas and teach, all right, the so-called blacks, all right, this Islamic, all right, mixed, all right, Masonic faith, all right, because the Moors, going back to our people who ruled in what is known as the Dark Ages, were just Israelites, all right, who took on the philosophies of Islam, as well as other various other bugged out things. Now, we know during the Dark Ages, our people ruled, all right, but they were going off as well. All right. It just wasn't as filthy and polluted as this world. All right. But they were going off in the spirit. Okay. Following after these different philosophies. So Drew Ali came over here to the Americas and started to preach to the downtrodden Jakes. He started to set up these Masonic, all right, Moorish temple lounges all over. There was a bunch of confusion. All right, then I believe he passed away, and then comes this guy named Farad Muhammad, which was an agent, a clear agent, all right, who founded the Nation of Islam. Okay, the Nation of Islam, okay, which is an off branch of what Drew Ali did. When Drew Ali died, you know, pretty much he said he was the reincarnated Drew Ali, all right, and he became the head of what is known as the Nation of Islam, all right, Farad Muhammad, which he had various different names, okay. But there was all sorts of controversy surrounding who he really was. Where the hell did he come from? Did he come from New Zealand? Did he come from here? What is he? Then his, what's his name? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you know, I believe he, what he did was he offered someone $100,000 to bring out the proof on who he really was. one of his ex-wives came and said he used to identify as, I forget the name. Either way it goes, Farad Muhammad, all right, ended up disappearing, all right, popping back up in Oakland. All right, it's just a whole bunch of agent activity, and we know all of these guys are set up, all right, but a lot of our people follow after this foolishness, which Moor just means black, all right, but when you go into the Moors, pretty much they're all over the place, and they study the law, okay, and they ultimately, speak on sovereignty, all right, which we speak on sovereignty, but it's not within Esau's system. We understand that this devil's system has to be destroyed in order for us to be sovereign, whereas the Moors, all right, using laws and codes and, different, different, philosophies say that they should be, they're the original, all right, rightful owners of this land, and that they should have it now. Okay. So what happened is you had a standoff, okay, with some Moors and the police, which the Moors are basically saying, we're sovereign, we have rights to this land, you devils got to go. Okay. Now, when you go into the Moors, they also believe that they're Hebrews. All right. It's so much. It's all over the place. You're Islam. You're this. All right. You're Moor. You're Hebrew. You're every damn thing. Okay. Which is a big ball of confusion. But ultimately, what the left hand powers that be can do is find a way to link it to what we're doing. So let's listen to this all over again so that we can see the narrative that's being painted.
According to their website, the rise of the Moors is based in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. They say their goal is informing all Moors of their political status here in the U.S. The group also believes that Moorish Americans are the, quote, aboriginal people of the land to which the sovereign power is vested. State Police Colonel Christopher Mason says today.
And what does sovereign mean? That you operate on your own law code. All right. There's no other power but you. Okay. And they're going to show them with guns and all of this. Okay. But this is the narrative that's being pushed out. As you can see, they got all sorts of witchcraft going on. All right. But they don't stop. All right. They don't stop, man. Constant enchantments, man, because they have but a short time.
That troopers are trained to deal with these types of situations.
I didn't have any knowledge about this particular specific group. However, the state police, it is not unusual for us to counter people that have sovereign citizen ideologies. I'm not saying that this group does, but we have had those encounters before in the past. We train to those encounters. We very much understand, the philosophy that underlies that mindset. And we train our officers actually at the academy on these interactions and how to de-escalate those situations and how to engage with people that have that philosophy and mindset and resolve those situations, in a peaceful manner.
The group has been very active on social media, posting videos and photos quite frequently. Our chief investigator, Cheryl Fiandaca, takes a closer look now at the group's online activity.
Investigation of the Rise of Moors organization.
There you go.
And just in case you didn't see the first video, we have 3 guns.
This is Jamal Latimer, also known as Talib Abdullah Bey. He posted this YouTube video just last month. Sources say Latimer is the self-proclaimed head of the group of heavily armed men arrested on Route 95 in Wakefield.
They've identified police and anybody who wanted to place them under arrest as terrorists. And they talked about tactically attacking police officers who were attempting to do their duty.
You hear that? They're talking about attacking police officers. Switch over here. All right. Now you have the Bible, okay, being linked with the military group, all right, who attacked the Capitol, okay? And before you know it, this will all be linked to us, all right? Just watch. All right, this is why we got to stay rooted. Let's go.
We have the right to travel as long as we're not making any unnecessary stops
Latimer live streamed the standoff with state police and online claims to be the Moorish American consular post head, part of the Moorish American Arms and the co-founder of Rise of the Moors, which the website says is a non-profit educational group.
I've been elected Grand Sheik of the Narragansett Territory, which most people know it as Rhode Island.
Latimer also claims he and his followers are not U.S. citizens, are American nationals, fly the Moroccan flag, and told police they were going to a training camp in Maine.
All right, so they say they're not United States citizens. All right, which when you go into prophecy, the remnant, all right, would detach from Esau, Edom, and that's what we're teaching. All right, but within the grand scheme of things, we are citizens of Esau's Babylon the Great. Okay, and the Heavenly Father is going to come take this place down. All right, via His only begotten Son and the holy angels, which are here, which have shown themselves in these latter days. All right, but what Esau's going to do, just like Nero, okay, is use particular men like this who most likely are set up, all right, and ultimately use it to pass what the scriptures call unrighteous decrees. All right, this is it says Assyria is God's instrument. All right, this is and when you read Romans the 13th chapter, it teaches us, all right, because at that time you had particular Israelites, zealots, who were rebelling against a particular tax, forming armies and coups, which Paul teaches you, all right, gave great advice not to do that. All right, and you have particular Israelites today saying that's not talking. Romans the 13th chapter is talking about in the kingdom, bugged out. All right, which you can see everybody's waxing worse, man. There's a lot of people waxing worse and worse in these latter days and becoming more reprobate and proud. All right, and they're even doing things that Esau, Edom's going to use. All right, even though Esau, Edom's going to do whatever the hell he's going to do, either way it goes. All right, the scriptures say you shouldn't do anything to have the ministry blamed. Okay, so we're not to formulate any military coup. All right, to so say take down the Roman Empire. All right, first of all, you're going to lose that battle. All right, second of all, where's the prophecy of in the latter days the Israelites are going to take up the sword, all right, and declare sovereignty within Esau's kingdom? Okay, that's not going to happen. This kingdom has to be absolutely decimated. Okay, it's too far going left. Babylon the Great will not be inhabited, all right, in the kingdom to come. See, a lot of our people want a victory here. All right, the victory is going to start at Jerusalem. All right, but first we're going to get beamed up and changed. All right, which the scriptures say, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord. All right, as a matter of fact, let's get that in Zephaniah. And prophesying and doing the Lord's work, all right, is working just fine. All right, but you're going to have false prophets and people who will bug the hell out to do stuff like these guys are doing it. And you're going to have agents that Esau's going to pay off to do things so that he can make his move and make those unrighteous decrees. This is Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, which is happening over in the Middle East for World War III, Armageddon, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. You got everybody claiming Israelite. Everybody want to take the Bible. All of the Muslims, all right, and the Nation of Islam, all they do is read out of the Bible. All right, but then when you go to get into the grand scheme of things, they really don't follow it. Okay? All of them. Okay? Farrakhan's always quoting the scriptures, man. Okay, which the Nation of Islam, when you go into it, they don't look at Yahweh Shai as the Messiah, but then Farrakhan will openly say, Jesus is my savior. What? And Farrakhan is paid off. Okay, and that's the thing of the devil. Even when you think you're hearing something that absolutely makes sense, okay, he's behind it and setting you up for the okie doke, man. Okay, Farrakhan is nothing but a corporate revolutionary, man. Bought and paid for. Your true leaders ain't gonna be rubbing elbows, all right, with these goddamn devils like these people do, and with these celebrities. Okay, your true leaders are gonna come from the dirt, as the scriptures say in verse 12. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of Yahweh. Okay, and that's what separates us from all of these clowns, man. But then you're gonna have particular clowns calling on Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, all right, but hold to ideologies that these guys hold to. Okay? So the only thing that we have going down the pipe is trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because it's not going to be fair. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity. These guys are doing iniquity, nor speak lies. These guys are speaking lies, but we're going to be lumped in with them. Neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. And these guys have gal, deceit, all in their mouth, man. You think you're going to take down the man who was blessed with the sword with a few guns, talking about you sovereign? Get out of here, man. We won't be sovereign till the throne of David is established on earth as it is in heaven, man. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. And all of these things are being done to make us afraid and to doubt. All right? Because what they're going to do is come at us when they link us to all of these people so that we can fold. All right? But we have to stand boldly, and there's a reward that comes with that, man. All right? And as it says, fly the Moroccan flag. Remember, Morocco was the first, all right, country to acknowledge the 13 colonies as a country. So there's a tight-knit relationship between the two. I believe it was George Washington who was given a Moroccan flag. All right. And the president of Morocco is the one who ordained Noble Drew Ali to come over to the United States and teach that garbage. Okay. Because our people were downtrodden. Okay. And they constantly want to, these heathen have all come together for the purpose of keeping you Israelites in a deep sleep and cutting off the name of Israel. They may not agree on a whole hell of a lot of things, but they all agree on that. Okay. And you have the whole NFAC thing with the Othal Wallace. All right. So you see the devil moves from one playing field and set of witchcraft and enchantments. Then he moves to he goes from one, then he moves to another. Then he'll throw out distraction, Bill Cosby, for the whole chick, you know, with the smoking the weed in the track and field. All of these things are distractions, man. All right, for the purpose of behind closed doors, we know he's moving in on world domination. They're talking about going door to door for Maxine. Okay, they're moving in on all of your God-given rights. They don't give a damn about their constitution. Okay, so you have to keep your eyes on prophecy. Prophecy is the only way you're gonna get through all of this, because he has too much going on. That's why it says, if possible, he would deceive the elect. Let's see if I can find that. Yep, here we go. This is Matthew 24 and 24. For there shall arise false anointed ones. Okay, and that don't mean they're going to come saying, I am the Messiah. But Christos just means anointed one. So there's going to be a lot of people claiming that they have the knowledge and wisdom, even groups that Esau himself paid off. The Black Panthers have been in his back pocket and infiltrated. How much more the new Black Panther movement, which now, all right, they're linked with the NFAC, okay, and who now have Hebrew. Now they're Israelites with the Egyptian Ankh and all of these various different ideologies. There's a bunch of mess and a gumbo of philosophy so that they can pick and choose what to link to what. Okay. It says, and false prophets, and shall shoot great signs and wonders. It's going to play on particular emotions. All right. That's why you got to stick to the straight gate. You got to stick to Yahweh Shai. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, what was his ideology? What did he say? How is it prophesied we're going to get out of here? Is it anywhere written that the Israelites are going to take up arms and put on bulletproof vest and get a victory. No, you can have on a vest and have a gun, and the Lord can smite you with a disease to where you can't even move or talk no more. Okay? Hey, what did David say to Saul? I don't need the carnal armor. Okay, all I need is this rock, all right, which in spirit, that's Yahushai. So it's going to take a high level of faith, man. Because if you budge, you can do something that can have the whole ministry blamed and disrupt your salvation. So there's going to be a lot of confusion being pushed out here, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. If possible, they would deceive. So that means they're going to come with some very, very interesting and crazy twists and turns, man. Playing on the flesh, playing on people's emotions. All right. And all of the people who got that thing, they already don't have any reason. Okay. They don't have any fight in them. They through. So people are going to believe, okay, which is going to put more pressure on those with the true doctrine. But you can't fold, okay? So what this grace period was for, man.
You can just attribute to rhetoric. What they're saying after they get caught is simply an attempt to position themselves publicly as poor, unfortunate people that are just exercising their constitutional.
Now, what did the scripture say? The Lord is going to leave an afflicted and poor people. All right. So these guys have a similar ideology, but when you go deep into it, it's bugged out. This land was stolen from us, yada, yada, yada. All right. Then all you got to do is put up a few Israelite clips, which can be taken out of context, and link it together. It's so easy to see what this devil is getting ready to do. And the beauty of it is we told you would do this.
All right. There's a thin veil.
Look at these niggas.
Over what they're really doing, which is training as terrorists.
The Southern Poverty Law Center says.
Now look what he has in his hand. The Holy Bible. Ezra 4 and 5, and they hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose. All right. Now the counselors were heathen in this time. All right. But you have our own people who are going to be hired counselors in this time to frustrate our purpose. All right. Let's get the book of Hosea 1. Hosea 1. And 7. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle. We're not going to fight in some big, grandiose battle to get the victory. All right? Now, there may be a particular group of men who, before, you know, the kingdom, before Yahushua returns, they may have some spiritual capabilities. All right, but the victory is going to come through Yahushua. No man shall save you. That's what the curse said. Okay, so he has the Bible, and it says, I will save them and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, nor by horses, nor by horsemen. Okay, and the scriptures tell you not to trust in your bow or your sword. Let's see what this says in the NLT. And I will free them from their enemies, not with weapons and armies or horses or chariots, but by my power as the Lord their God. Okay? Even the Maccabees understood that. As much as you hear about the great victories and wars they won, read the last chapter in the book of 2 Maccabees, and the heathen came with their horses and the multitudes, and the leader stood up and said, look, it's not, it's not by the sword or by the bow that we're going to get this victory. It's whoever the Lord gives the victory to. And how are we going to get the full victory, which leads to the kingdom of heaven, is through Yahushua. Okay? Not by us flying and going to another country to escape the judgment. No, we're going to be saved by those chariots, man. All right, which is more of us than of them. But look at this guy. A gun, a Bible, and a turban, and a bulletproof vest.
Followers of the more sovereign citizens movement believe they are independent of the authority of state and federal government.
When you look at what happened last night and you add to that...
The Bible don't say that. The Jerusalem will be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles will be fulfilled. That fourth beast and that little horn that will issue forth from it will have to rule and do their duties before they're taken out. By measure he have measured the times, and by number he have numbered them, and he have do not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. And Esau is the end of the world. He has to be taken down. We don't get the victory within his kingdom. His kingdom gets destroyed. Okay? And that's what this place is worthy of. And it's too far gone left for you to even take it over with a few jakes with guns and an ideology to bring it back to paradise. No, you can't do that. That's going to have to, it's going to take the second Adam to make this world back a paradise. And America has to be fully and 100% obliterated as a token of what happens to those who rebel against the Lord. And these devils are getting ready to play the victim. Okay, it's not easy for his name rightly Jacob. He stole my birthright. He's for to blame your ass like never before, man. The accuser of the brethren. And this is all a part of the accusation.
The video that I just saw from a month ago, these are dangerous guys that have to be taken very seriously.
Latimer was arrested by the Rhode Island State Police in early 2020 for obstructing a police officer, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest.
So you had the guy, Othal Wallace, shoot a cop. Now you got these guys standing off with police. Last year, he you know, and you would think Israelites who know the truth would be in order, and they're getting worse.
Now to the latest on the arraignments of the suspects in the weekend arms standoff in Wakefield. The leader of the group, the Rise of the Moors, was in court within the last hour. Jamal Latimer went back and forth with the judge about the charges against him and his court-appointed attorney. Here is part of that appearance, and we do want to apologize and let you know that the audio is sometimes hard to hear.
I thought you were sovereign. You see, if you were sovereign, your ass wouldn't be locked up with that mask on, with a white tee on. This is absolute madness, man.
Because I have to make sure that you are waiving the right to be assisted by a lawyer freely, willingly, voluntarily, and knowingly. So
you see, the Moors back in the the 80s and the 90s, they would come, they get pulled over, and they pull out codes, and with some of it was true. When you go into Esau's law, there's loopholes, but at the end of the day, Esau don't give a damn about that, man. And that's why your ass is locked up with that mask on, with that stupid ponytail. Anyway, we know this is going to lead to what? Unrighteous decrees being passed. See if I can get back to Isaiah, the 10th chapter. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. All right, so they already prescribed. Pre means before. Scribe means to write. Okay, they already prescribed these laws and different things that they're going to pass, but they just need a false flag situation or something to happen to justify it. All right? And what is the purpose of this? To turn aside the needy from judgment. And who are the needy? The Israelites. And to take away the right from the poor of my people. All right? See that? That's what they want. That widows may be their prey, so they can continue to prey on our women, root out the man as the head foundation. Okay? Implement things like BLM and all of this pseudo-science and lies that our people are following after, and that's going to be what's going to be the standard of our people, man, and not the truth. Through unrighteous decrees, they'll be able to outlaw the teaching of the Bible, the calling on the name. And that's the beauty of prophecy, because it's too late. Okay, the elect are sealed in their inward part, their mind. Okay, the tawa, what you read about in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter. See, we already have the mark, Lord willing, we're of that number, all right, which is exemption from judgment, but you're trying to override that mark with your carnal mark. Okay, but there's steps to you implementing these things, all right, and you want to take away the voice, all right, of the oppressed. And you're going to take away the voice of your own people who are fed up with your ass. That the widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. All right. Now, Israel did this, but now this applies to Esau. Okay. This applies to Esau, man. You had particular kings who were doing wickedness, man, to forward their agenda in their bellies. Well, now Esau, this applies to you Edomites, man. And what will ye do in the day of visitation? And in the desolation which shall come from far, in whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory? And this is the question to you Edomites, man. Huh? What are you going to do when prophecy starts to really hit? Let's get Isaiah 47 real quick. And it's already hitting, which is why you're doing all of this wickedness, man. All right, and then you go have people, see, man, I don't know why I listen to you niggas, man. Y'all gonna get us killed, man. Watch. People, Jake will start to flip. And we've made it known that we're against what these niggas are doing. So our testimony covers us through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai under the blood of Yahweh Shai, man. Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. Okay? If so be, thou mayest prevail. Let's see if you prevail with these lies and this narrative you're painting to accuse us. Because the scriptures do say you would come after us. Okay, Revelation, the 12th chapter. At first, in the beginning, it talks about how they would try to cut off the Messiah. Okay, and you just know they forwarded some unrighteous decree to justify themselves doing that, killing all of the Hebrew children. But the Lord allowed provision for the Messiah, all right, his mother and father to escape to Egypt. Okay, then ended up in Nazareth where he grew up. All right, but he was born in Bethlehem. So we'll see if these enchantments and things that you're doing are going to prevail or get you from what in the hell is going to happen to you. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. And why are you wearied? Because Jacob has waken up. His hand is on your heel. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from those things which shall come upon thee. See, he thinks he's going to be able to use this madness to escape. See, look, they trying to kill us. They trying to take us down. Look, yada yada, and it's gonna work against what we're truly teaching, the true men of the Lord. No. Okay. Now, I just mentioned this, and what did it say? Behold, they shall be as stubble, that's what's gonna happen to you Edomites. But it's talking about the daughter of Babylon. Now, I always bring this out. Okay, and you're going to see a lot of the same scriptures being used because we're in the time where these things are going to be fulfilled. The prophets are going to be like a broken record. The scriptures, let's real quick. Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51. Ooh. And 45, my people, go ye out of the midst of her, repent, okay, flee from Babylon in a spiritual sense, and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Lord. And lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. All right, and what is the rumor? News. Okay, rumor in the Hebrew, okay, Shamawai, all right, Shamawai, all right. News, report, rumor, tidings, to mention, and that's all we've been doing. And you got particular Israelites, oh, y'all been saying that the chip, y'all been, yeah. Now it's here. It's still a rumor that it's going to be mandated, but clearly you can see the framework being set. It was a rumor that, yo, they're going to come after us. Okay? Now it's here. We see the framework being set. Okay? So, lest your heart faint, okay? Because for those who didn't take this grace period to get into the spirit, their heart's going to faint. And ye shall fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. And a rumor shall come both 1 year, and after that, in another year shall come a rumor. And these rumors have been spoken year after year after year. And then what is it going to lead to? In violence in the land and ruler against ruler. It's NLT, this one. But do not panic. Don't be afraid when you hear the first rumor of approaching forces. For rumors will keep coming year by year. Violence will erupt in the land as the leaders fight against each other. And that's happening as well. Okay, but when you get Revelation, the 12th chapter, the red dragon in this chapter is the Roman Empire. Okay. And that dragon, which is revived at this point, okay, the same thing he tried to do to Yahushua is going to be the same thing he does to the remnant. All right, but there's going to be a standard lifted. Okay, and provision is going to be made for the elect remnant. Though some of us may die as for the testimony, you really live. Okay, just take it. Okay, because at the end of the day, here it is. They can, as soon as the sword get close to you, the beheading thing come falling or whatever they try to do, that's when a miracle can be worked. Or you just may have to go back to the spiritual realm to be raised up first with Yahushua when he returns. It's a win-win situation, man. But technically, what are you going to fight for? To live here in Esau's kingdom and get the mark and enjoy your life in the New World Order? You should be ready to go. Believing what this truth is all about. The dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahushua. And that's us who are separating. What did it say about the remnant in Isaiah, the 10th chapter? We will no more again stay or lean upon him that smote them. Isaiah 10 and 20. But shall stay or lean upon for support on Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. So they're going to use, all right, which we believe false flag situation and agents as a means to blame. Let's go to this situation, though. A man charged with storming the Capitol on January 6th. There goes that 6. It's the theme of this whole NWO. Is also said to have participated in a self-styled militia that referred to his meetings as Bible study. See that? All right. In the Roman Empire, okay, the followers of Yahushua were banned from meeting. Okay, they were banned out of Rome. They were persecuted. Okay, and put to death. A lot of them fled. Okay, then came 70 AD. It says Phi Dong 27 was released to home confinement on Friday after facing. Okay, hold up. They referred to its meetings as Bible study and discussed surveilling the Capitol complex after the attack. Oh man. So they're honing in on banning the Bible. Clear. All right, because within it is the testimony against them. In a complaint made public Tuesday, the FBI says an undercover police officer encountered Dong at the Capitol on a day when supporters of Donald Trump, which he's a tool, all right, but he was set up to attack a particular mindset and ideologies, which they can link that to us as well. All right. Not that they can link us supporting Trump, but what he was supposedly about. Women stay in your place, nationalist ideology, all of this shit that Esau's doing is all witchcraft, man. And they're all players in the game. All right? Supporters of President Donald Trump breached the building and clashed with law enforcement, which that was set up. But you know that happened in Rome at the Capitolone. I forget the name of the building in Rome, but the Capitol building of America goes back to the Capitolone building in ancient Rome, where it was stormed before. So you had the same thing happen here. Nothing new under the sun. Okay? As a matter of fact, let me see if I can just look it up. I don't know the name of it. Rome. See if it'll come up just based on the words that I typed in. Yep, Capitolone Hill. Yep. Capitolone Hill, history of the hill from the temples. Here we go. And this is proof of Ecclesiastes 1. It says, when a violent mob stormed Rome's capital over 2,000 years ago, a losing politician enticed his followers to riot and ended in death, destruction, and civil war. All right. And they say Trump enticed his followers to do that, by saying fight back, and because the election was stolen from them. But that happened in ancient Rome. All right. You can look up that history if you would like to. Let's go back to where I was. We can pretty much end it. We can pretty much end it too in a minute. Yada yada yada. And you can read up on that. I mean, we already see and we already know what it is, and bringing it back to this. Now this is what's being asked on Facebook. Are your friends becoming extremist? All right, Facebook users as it tests bizarre new feature to combat harmful content. Okay, and what did Biden say? Report your family members who are extreme in their beliefs. All right, so when you go around your family and telling them they shouldn't eat pork, and America's wicked, and yada yada yada, they're gonna report your ass. All right. So now's the time to just ultimately just lock in, pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, build yourself up, be rooted. A lot of your family are going to turn on you. Your wives are going to, a lot of brothers' wives are going to create narratives in their mind to separate from you, to try to, so say, save their lives. All right. But any woman who separates from a man of the Lord in these latter days over something small and stupid, hey, you deserve everything coming to you, man. You better stick, all right, by, if he's doing what's right by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and fighting, all right, the rest, that'll be fixed, in the kingdom to come, all right? But you better stick, just like we sticking and clinging on to Yahweh through Yahweh Shai, all right, as the wife and bride, all right, trying to get into this new covenant. Y'all better cling on to the men of the Lord. All right. And men, all right, use wisdom when dealing. All right. But that's pretty much that.
Were you prepared to answer some questions? Those are the charges that have been brought in this court against.
Nigga look like Kyrie Irving, whatever that nigga name is.
No? His papers, I don't know who you're.
Oh man, he's not a terrorist. Yada yada yada. But this is all to just put, this is implanting ideas and things in people's mind. That's what all of this is for. But through the Spirit, hopefully you're edified. On to the next. You devils are through. You're going to lose. You're ugly. And your kingdom's going down. Shalom.